In every single project I've ever worked on, I've hit a point, whether it's with editing, with filming, with whatever, where I absolutely hate the project and I just want to be done with it and I want to scrap it, I want to throw it away, I want to lock it into a box, never show anyone, and yet I've never done that. I've always released the project, even though I've hit that point, I've always released the project. And I've realized that hitting that point, hitting that almost rock bottom-esque point is a natural part of the process, and you should be hitting it every single time. Most of the time, when I hit this point, it's with editing. I've rarely ever hit this point while filming, but a lot of the time it's in the edit, and it's when I've been looking at the footage for countless hours, trying to figure out how I'm gonna make this work because something went wrong when we were filming, or it just doesn't feel right. And that's always the worst one, when it doesn't feel right, because that's, what does that even mean? What am I supposed to do with that if it just doesn't feel right? That's always one of the hard things to kind of figure out how to fix. And it can very easily lead me to this point of like, what am I doing here? This project that I started months ago, that I've been working on for countless hours, it just feels like it's not even worth putting out there. And you hit this point of just like, oh my gosh, like, do I suck? Am I just bad at this? What's going on here? But again, I've hit that point in every project I've ever made, and yet I've released every single one of those projects. I've never hit that point and been like, yeah, we're just not going to release this. We're just going to scrap this. I've kind of been trying to understand, what is that? What is that feeling that I get every time when I feel like, oh my gosh, this is terrible? And I think it's a very, very vital point in any creative process. And I think it's that point when you are pushing your boundaries to some new level, and you're in a position where you're trying to figure out a new problem that you don't know how to solve. And you're stuck at this point where you're like, I don't know what to do. I have been working on this project for so long, I thought I knew what I was doing, and now you've hit a point where you don't know what you're doing. And that's why it's so important to keep going, because when you push through that, when you continue, and when you finish the project, that's when you grow. That's when you've pushed through a problem, you've learned from it, and now you have more knowledge for the next project. And the next project, you're gonna hit a new thing. But that's fine, because it's a sign that you're growing, and it's a sign that you're pushing your abilities and pushing your limits beyond what you already know. And you're hitting these points of like, I don't know what to do. And it's that unknown, and it's that new territory. That's how we grow as creatives, as filmmakers. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.